Oh yeah, listen. In regards to Mike Tyson and all that, right? Okay, and our gangsters, especially the British gangsters, I've seen them doing it. Getting photos, begging for photos with Mike Tyson, right? Getting photos done with him and stuff, right? Begging for photos, like, do you know what I'm saying? To get with Mike Tyson and put the photos up of these gangsters, do you know what I'm saying? I've seen it in Nottingham ones, everything, all of them, right? All over the country in the UK when Tyson came over on his tour thing, right? They was paying money, you know what I mean? Buying him everything he wanted, right? To get fucking photos with him and pretending they're friends with him. Listen, he's a convicted rapist, yeah? Okay? That's what he is. He's a convicted rapist. Yeah? That's the truth of him. That's the truth of it. And he ain't sorry for it, and that's why I'm saying this. Okay? Right? That's what he is, that's what he did. And if you didn't think he did it, think about this. He's got previous for it. When he was like 13 or 15, forcibly molesting one of Teddy Atlas's nieces. Do you know what I'm saying? You know the story. Teddy Atlas put a gun to his head and told him to do that again. You got to remember, Mike Tyson was very physically mature. Do you know what I'm saying? And Teddy Atlas's niece was a lot younger than Tyson as well. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, there's no fucking justification for it anyway. That's what he's got previous for it. And not only that, look at this. He turned to Islam, right? You know, the founder of Islam, Muhammad, the main fucking guy, the so-called perfect man in the Islam Muslims' eyes. Him, right? A rapist, paedophile, the lot. Go read up, check my videos out. It's all historically documented facts. Right? He turned to Islam and he was in there like most of them sort of people do when they're in prison. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they know they get the shit kicked out of them if they ain't got some sort of protection. It doesn't matter if he's Mike Tyson, right? You get carved up for being a rapist. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? That's what happens. Do you know what I mean? But listen, also, as I was saying, UK gangsters sucking up to him and getting photos took with him and everything. Listen, if you want famous, if you want a boxer, right? If you didn't have an intimidating physique, and he's still got an intimidating mentality, a bully mentality. If anyone disagrees with him, if you watch him the way he is, the way he carries himself, the way he tried to do Floyd Mayweather, tried to intimidate him. Floyd, I'm not a big fan of Floyd, but I tell you what, he stood strong in the face of that shit when Tyson went to punch him at that awards thing. So I'm saying, and Tyson shit himself because he come across somebody again like Evander Holyfield that wasn't scared of him. So I'm saying, and like I say, if you don't think he was a rapist or anything, think about this, right? Not only did he turn to Islam, right, the rapists and paedophiles so-called religion, it's a satanic cult really though. Also, he's at a press conference, weigh-in or press conference it was, prior to the Lennox Lewis fight. He's fighting Lennox Lewis. Anyway, he was flipping his lid, he'd started or something, he threw some punches or whatever. And a journalist, a white journalist guy, shouted out, "Get him a straight jacket." And Mike Tyson turned around on him. I was like shutting his head off, fucking rage-filled, right, by the way. Fucking rage-filled, okay? Fuck you, white boy, fuck you, white boy. So not only he's been racist right there for starters. Fuck you, white boy, fuck you, white boy. You're not man enough to live in my world. I'll fuck you till you love me. I'll fuck you till you love me, white boy. I mean, and that's what he said. And that's what he's saying public in front of the world, right? He's publicly saying that in front of the fucking world's media. The mainstream media of the world is there, recording this and watching this, observing this. And he's saying to a white guy, fuck you, white boy. And he's also saying, I'll fuck you till you love me. To a man, he's saying that to a man, yeah, a guy, right? In public, in front of the world, right? Okay? So you imagine this, on his own, no witnesses, in a hotel room, 2 o'clock in the morning, manipulating a young girl called Desiree Washington into coming to his room, okay? And he raped her, right? That's what he did. He raped her. He forced her. He raped her, okay? That's what he did, right? Because that's his preferred sexual fucking orientation for starters anyway. There's no witnesses there. Do you know what I'm saying? He does that, I'll fuck you till you love me, white boy, in front of the whole fucking world. So what do you think he's doing in fucking private with a person of his own fucking of his preferred sexual orientation, sexual gender, a female? What do you think he's doing there in quiet, in peace, not in peace, but away from the world, no witnesses? When he's shouting out publicly, I'll fuck you till you love me, after he just served a sentence for rape of a woman, his preferred sexual fucking gender, right? I'll fuck you till you love me. Does that sound like the words of a non-rapist to you? Because that sounds like the words of a fucking rapist to me. In front of the world, he's shouting that shit. And he meant it as well when he was saying it, you could see it. Right? Anyway, also, the UK gangsters and shit, oh, so-called fucking hard men, right? Suck up to Mike Tyson, get photos of him and shit. because they're scared of him and think like, oh, it's good. But you know, if he was a fucking rapist from the street of fucking a Kansas State or something like that, no fame, no intimidating physique, no fucking infamy, right? They would be cutting that guy up, man. They'd be cutting that rapist up, right? Slicing him up. But because he's a famous boxer, they suck up to him. Do you know what I'm saying? And they think they're fucking hard, man. Right? This shows you everything about gangsters right fucking there. These gangster fucks. Do you know what I'm saying? It shows you everything about them. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll suck up to them like that because they're scared of Tyson, right? And then other people are scared of Tyson. So they want to look like their friends and matey with Tyson. Because they think that will instill fear into their enemies and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what they think. By doing it, that's what they did. That's why they was doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? Would they do with that a fucking rapist off the street? Nah, they wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And all of you all say this shit. You all say this shit. Oh, she shouldn't have gone there at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Listen, man. What? Just so she goes to a fucking hotel room, Zara Washington, at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, right? Because she goes there at 2 o'clock in the morning. That fucking what calls it? That gives him permission to rape her. Because she went there at 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't know what the fuck was said to get her there. Come here, I want like a photo took with you, or like I can get you this job, I can get you that job. To go there to this, you don't know what the fuck. All I know is this Zara Washington looked pretty much fucking pure to me, right? And black America and even white America destroyed her life. Destroyed her life. They all said that it was because of the payout. She was after the money. This is the famous. What do you call it? This is the famous people, celebrities get out clause. Oh, she's after the money. She's after payout and shit. She's after payout. That's why she said that I raped her. Tupac did the same thing. Played the I'm famous race card. They are out to get me. Shit. Bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's a card. It's a fucking I'm a fucking famous card. I'm a famous rich guy card. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're after. They're after the money after they rape these women. And they play that card when somebody goes and says something against them. And anyway, in regards to Desiree Washington, right? In regards to Desiree Washington, right? She didn't fucking get a payout. She didn't ask for a payout. She didn't do none of that shit. What she got was fucking shit, man. Hate and everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Because sadly, a lot of black Americans, they respect people who instill fear in them. Do you know what I'm saying? Who terrorise them. Do you know what I'm saying? Who've got reputations. I ain't scared of reputations. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of that shit. I ain't scared of that gang shit. I've been in with these fuckers in prison. On the fucking home I told her a fool behind them to blind them. They're fucking dog shit. That's what they are. They're not even dog shit, right? Because dogs have got fucking guts. Real guts. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? They fucking ain't. Without a told her a fool behind them to blind them. Or injecting steroids, or being up on coke to fight, only when they've got booze or coke in them and everything. Get him in a room on their own. Look at Tyson, he lost to every person who he couldn't intimidate. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. Because that's what bullies are. That's what bullies do. They got no answer to somebody who ain't scared of them. And I ain't scared of you. Get that through your fucking head. Alright? Gangster act. Keep playing that film character act. Never been the guts enough to be your true self. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to survive on a fucking reputation. Fuck you and your reputation of fear and darkness and fucking terror spreading. Do you know what I mean? Misguiding the youth. You know what I mean? I've been a crim. I've been to prison a couple of times. Yeah. Spent years locked up. Do you know what I mean? With these fuckers. And then I woke up and Jesus came into me and woke me up to these fucks. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm putting the truth out there for the youth. Truth for the fucking youth, man. Because they need truth to know what real hardness is, what real toughness is. It ain't breaking the law. It ain't having tools and weapons. It ain't killing people, right, to gain a reputation. I mean, it ain't none of that shit. I mean, that's not tough. It's tough to keep the fucking rules. It's hard to keep the rules. It's hard to have the self-discipline, to know in yourself, not to be worried about what people think of you. Show love. This is love. This is tough love, yeah. And it has to be shown verbally. I won't go out and beating people up and laughing if they don't want nothing to do with it. I won't do that. They have to throw the first punch at me anyway. That's how it is. That's how I am. I'm a counter puncher. Check my boxing fights, you'll see it. I'm a counter puncher. There's anyone some fucker hit my love or something that really kick into gear. Do you know what I'm saying? Go watch my video. I put something down here. But when I knocked out a Muslim, the first Pakistani Muslim world boxing champion, HYPOCRIT, when he took the piss with him and his brothers and shit. That's why I went down to help him out for a bit of sparring. I put a video down in there. Forced to knock him out in advance. and you'll find out the reason why I use the word advance. But anyway, that's it basically. All these fucking gangster tough guys, right? Sucking up to Mike Tyson. And I know Mike Tyson probably feels sorry a little bit, right, for what he's done. I know I can see that, right? I've seen him cry, I know that. But he still ain't got the fucking guts, right, to apologise proper to Desiree Washington. Either publicly or privately. You know what I'm saying? Really, if you had some real guts to do it publicly. Do you know what I'm saying? Take responsibility for what he did. That's a real man. Instead of using drugs as a crutch to try and escape what he did. Because that's what drugs are. He keeps taking fucking LSD type drugs and shit. Smokes weed all the time. Putting in his ego. He's still controlled by his ego. That's why he's still a bully. That's why he's still an intimidator. But everybody sucks up to him. No. Listen, I only respect somebody who's willing to take on board the responsibility of the things they've done and changes. Because only when you're truly sorry for something you've done, do you truly change. That's the reality of it. When you're truly sorry, that's when you change. When you cry out for Jesus, by the way. When you're truly sorry, when you've not stopped blaming every fucker else for the life you've had, and the shit that's happened, and the situation you've ended up in. Like in prison, in solitary confinement, where it happened for me. Coming off a ton of different drugs. After years of violence and shit. And stealing and robbing. I mean, not people on the street. I never robbed someone in the street with a knife or anything. Never used tools. Used my fists. So I'm saying, in and out of boxing. Fucked up my boxing career for it. So I'm saying, because I was addicted to fucking drinking, drugs, women, all the old fucking thing, fighting in the street, outside pubs, inside pubs, nightclubs, in the street, in the daytime, nighttime, you name it. I was up for it all the fucking time, right? Controlled by my fucking ego, controlled by demons. Thinking I had to be this way, act a bit tough and shit. But like, even in that though, I was a counterpuncher in my whole life. Somebody had to do something to me for me to react and counterpunch and step it up a level. Watch my Jerry Khalid video. First Pakistani Muslim World Boxing Champion I'll be. Anyway, listen, told you enough here, right? That's the reality of gangsters, yeah? That's the reality of them. Ain't nothing without a tool of fool behind them to blind them of what they really are. Cowards who suck up to a rapist, famous rapist like Mike Tyson. Do you know what I'm saying? Why ain't you sucking up to the other ones then? Do you know what I mean? Why are you sucking up to him? And like I just told you, okay? I'll fuck you till you love me. To a white guy, in front of the whole fucking world, right? And he don't like to have sex with guys. But then again, right? Well, why would you say something like that? Do you know what I mean? That's not a normal thing to say. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're telling me now you didn't register it, and you're thinking, fucking hell, he does that in public in front of the world, and then fucking denies it he's been a rapist of a woman, his preferred sexual orientation, gender, in a in a fucking hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you know what I'm saying? He's denying he did that when he's shouting things like after serving a prison sentence for what he's just done. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not the fucking words of somebody who's not committed rape. That's the words, those are the words of a rapist, and you fucking know it. Do you know what I'm saying? And if he was genuinely sorry, I'd be supporting the guy saying, yeah, fucking hell, good on you, Mike. Took on board the responsibility. Publicly tell the world you're sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? You're fucking hell, how great a man would he become then? Do you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't a great man now. All he is a great bully. Still a bully, still an intimidator, still not a real man because he won't take on board the responsibility for the shit he did. He's still blaming other people. And he cries, right? He cries. And my heart going tight when I first started seeing him crying and shit. Then I just started seeing him, wasn't even sorry for the Evander Holyfield thing. He just put it on the Oprah Winfrey show. He put it on and made out. He made out that he was sorry. Right? No, he didn't even make that out, by the way. It was a half, it wasn't even a quarter-hearted apology. That's what it was. A quarter-hard apology. That's all he did. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he didn't mean it when he apologised to Evander. Evander ain't stupid, he knows the truth when he hears it. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? He ain't truly sorry for what he did. And like I say, that's the reason why he uses drugs all the time. Because they're a crutch to escape from his mind, his reality. You know what I mean? You don't want to face it. Still controlled by ego and aggression. Do you know what I'm saying? Why do you think he keeps wanting to fight? Oh, was he 55? And still wants to beat up people. Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Well, I know Evander does it. Evander wants to fight people because he's fucking poor as fuck. He got robbed, didn't he? One of those religious fucking church leaders robbed him of all his fucking money. I think it was Crefto Dollar. I don't fucking know which one it was, but some fucker did it to him, and he's forced to fight to get money. It's on his fucking arse money wise. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, there you go, right? Give it all away. That's the kind of heart he's got. But you know, it's fucked him up. Do you know what I mean? And he shouldn't box again either, by the way. You know that. But anyway, like I said, that's the truth of Mike Tyson. That's the truth of gangsters. Yeah? And I pray for Mike Tyson. if he feels this in the ether, the vibration, he gives up his fucking crutches and comes forward and says the truth of it. Do you know what I mean? I was a cunt. Yeah, I forced her. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and I'm so fucking sorry to her. I did my time in prison and everything, whatever, but it still didn't matter. People do time in prison all the time, but they don't change because they won't take responsibility. They're too busy blaming people. They're too busy using drugs as a crutch. Do you know what I'm saying? They're too busy being ganged up with people to stop their shit coming back on them. No, this, it comes back on you other ways anyway. There's no hiding from it. It comes back. Do you know what I'm saying? Karma, reaping what you sow. That's the truth. That's the reality of it. Do you know what I'm saying? People who smoke too much weed get lung cancer. That's how it works. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? You don't need a crutch, man. All you need is Jesus Christ. And he ain't a crutch, Jesus ain't. He's the truest, purest, deepest life essence inside of you. That's the essence inside of you. We're all unique expressions of God, of Jesus Christ, God manifesting in the physical. What are unique expressions of God, that pure life essence of Jesus? That's what we're all unique expressions of him. Unique in our own way. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the truth.